Hey everyone, Half-Is you wonder, I'm finally back with another video for you guys, and today we're going to be looking at OG Chewie that came out as a legendary event and how he does in arena. And as you guys can tell, I've been having a lot of fun. I've actually even said that in my Discord server, but it's the team sucks on defense when you use a CLS lead and try to take advantage of his leadership ability with Chewie and Han. But yeah, obviously Chewie wasn't meant to be the next meta. Obviously, I think, we're going to get Jedi Luke, and then OG Chewie is going to be one of the requirements. So we're getting there to, change the whole meta, because I'm personally getting bored of Traya. A lot of people I know are getting bored of Traya, but that's just that. It's just like a new offense option, and I'm having a lot of fun. Basically, I put Traya on defense and use this kind of compositions on offense, and it hits so hard. It's fun. It's actually fun to use. I'm actually having a lot of fun in arena offense wise right now. So as you guys can see on screen, this is going to be one of the teams I'm going to be showing on offense and in my own shard, so you guys can see with my own speed mods how it works and stuff like that. This is not on test accounts, this is on my own account. And then another variant is going to be with Old Ben that goes 260 speed. If you guys were wondering for the event what I used, I'll talk about it briefly before we start. I used Bosk. I farmed him the day he came out on a hard node. I refreshed a lot to get him. I did not marquee him. He's free to play. Definitely recommend farming him. He's really good. I used Zam, Boba, Cat, and Greedo. Now, Greedo I had like gear 9, and I actually spent a little to get him to gear 12 because I was afraid you needed, one of the marquees, Bounty Hunter marquees to actually unlock Chewbacca, which was kind of scary, and a lot of people had the same mindset. So some people even actually whale Jango Fett. And it's a little bit easier for the event, but I managed to do it without any of the current marquees, which is pretty nice. It took me about like 10 tries. It's really hard. It's just totally RNG dependent, and it's totally doable without gear 12 or Bosk. I know Arnold did without Bosk, I think. I'm not sure, but he did it with like low gear bounty hunters, I think, and he still got it. So it's definitely possible. Just keep trying, guys. It's totally RNG dependent, and you should unlock Chewbacca hopefully at 7 stars. So that's about it. Let's jump into 2 gameplays. My Traya shard is pretty bland. I'll show you guys. Vince has pretty unique Traya, and the rest, like Ducky, has pretty much everyone has this kind of Traya composition that he has. Impossible Tuna has the same thing, so I don't have a variety of Trayas to show you guys against, so that's the only 2 teams basically I'm going to be showing you, just so you're aware. So let's get going with the gameplays. On screen you guys will see my speeds and the speeds on the other team. Basically, besides Old Ben having the fastest speed set of mine, everything else has pretty much critical damage, critical chance based, and my speed secondaries are not the fastest on this team besides Old Ben. So just keep that in mind, guys. We'll talk about modding more as the video progresses. So let's get it. Alright, so basically you want to stun Thrawn always. If there's a Thrawn on their team, you definitely want to stun Thrawn first so he doesn't do his fracturing and stuff like that. And from there, you just want to take care of Nihilus first, but depending on what goes first, you might have to take out Cyan in some cases first, but ideally you want to aim for Nihilus, and Nihilus just gets taken out very, very fast with the damage output that you do. And you do want to have critical damage or critical chance on CLS, Han, and Chewbacca, and you want to make sure you mod so that CLS has the lowest health and protection, so he gets guard from Chewbacca's ability. Now, I do have double Zeta on Chewbacca. I do believe they're both very solid Zetas, and they're gonna be needed when Jedi Luke potentially comes out. Maybe this year, probably next year, but it's definitely coming. This just adds up to a Jedi Luke hero's journey. As guys can see, that's pretty much how the battles go. The Sith get taken out pretty well. Traya leads probably the hardest for it, and it's kind of RNG dependent. I don't always win with this team, unfortunately, and it gets kind of tough sometimes. I lose 1 or 2 tunes, but like I said, Chewie's not the next meta. It's just like a thing to have fun on offense. And in this case, I left Nihilus kind of for last. Now I have to deal with Superman Scion. Not being, not gonna, die. He's gonna revive. So now I have to deal with that, but it's not really a big deal. So that's pretty much it. That's how you want. It's gonna depend on the situation of the battle of who to kill first, but ideally you want to stun Thrawn if they have Thrawn in their team, and you want to go ahead and take out DN first. And yeah, and control Traya. Hopefully she doesn't use her second move, because she can actually one-shot with her second move most times, and she always takes out Chewie for me, which really sucks. So that's about it. Play around with it, guys, if you like this team. If you don't have fast mods on OB, it doesn't matter, you can still use it. But yeah, that's about it. Just play around with it and test it. Again, on screen you guys can see the speeds that are taking place in this battle. The only change is, instead of Old Ben, I'm playing Thrawn now, and against those Nest variants, I feel like Thrawn is the best option because it's very RNG dependent if you don't play Thrawn. If you guys are trying to have fun, it's possible to use all rebels, not use Thrawn if you guys don't want to use Thrawn. But again, Thrawn is the main change. He has my second fastest speed set. My goal is to get him above 300, and basically, yeah, all the speeds from the rest of the characters are the same. So in this particular case, as you guys can see, I stunned a Nest first. If they're running Thrawn and Nest together, whichever one goes first, you definitely want to stun. And the cool thing about this team is you don't have to have super crazy speed secondaries or speed sets, and in fact, you're supposed to put critical damage, critical chance on most of these characters, excluding the 5th attune that you're gonna plug in. Because Han is gonna always shoot first and is gonna stun basically anything you want, and you definitely want to stun the character that is the fastest on their team, so they don't have a turn first. That's pretty much it. In this particular case, I took out their Scion because Scion was taunting already, and I had an opportunity to do a lot of damage and just to take out Scion right away. Nihilus is almost down to. The cool thing about Chewie is he can actually dispel, and just like that, Nihilus goes down, which is pretty cool. Traya is really annoying, and notice how I always fracture Traya. When you use Thrawn, I recommend to always fracture Traya because Traya is actually the most annoying thing ever. She isolates and she can one-shot the opposing characters that she faces, which is pretty crazy, which I find more annoying than Nihilus. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have to go through a Sith Trooper because he's taunting like crazy. So he's almost down, and he's out of the battle. Now it's just Traya and Nest. Things can go wrong because Traya can actually one-shot anytime now. This is a 7-star Traya that I'm facing. And there you go, my Chewie just got one-shotted. This is going to happen most of the time, which kind of sucks, and that's why I stress, this is not the next meta or anything like that. It's a fun offense option, and I would recommend to invest Zetas in both Zetas and Chewie because he's going to be needed for Jedi Luke event. Most likely, he's going to be one of the requirements, and he's basically just going to be the next meta with Jedi Luke. That's my prediction. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the short video of what I'm doing in Arena. It's pretty fun, but not in the next meta. So make sure to check out my Discord server, and make sure to check out, subscribe to my channel for content. I don't post often, but I post whenever I can. I am an engineering major, so life, takes priority over that. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Comment down below what other videos you want, to see, what arena tests you wanted me to do, and yeah, that's it, pretty much. Peace.